Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Yesterday, I was talking about self-confidence in pouring into your son or your daughter, maybe someone who was going off to they're of age and they're going to college and they're going into the world, you know. So it's new for them and it's different. And I believe some of them are excited about going to college and going away, and some of them do have self-confidence and they believe in themselves and they're young, so they're ready to go tackle the world. Some 18-year-old or maybe a 19-year-old, maybe he or she delayed going to college for at least a year after they graduated from high school. But I was talking about how self-confidence is the key in success to really anybody being successful in their lives. Sure, we can mask it. A lot of people can mask it, and their self-confidence is not high. Maybe it's medium. Maybe medium self-confidence. Maybe it's low self-esteem, and maybe someone young, 18, 19, 20, they see their friends who are confident, or maybe people in their family who are confident, their cousins, their brothers, their sisters, their third and fourth cousins. Maybe they see self-confidence where the grandmother have it, or the grandfather, or the mother and father. And maybe the mother and father did do their best with instilling self-confidence in them, and maybe it's just an individual thing that they're going through where emotionally it's just not, the self-confidence is not as high as it needs to be. And I guess a parent can feel a certain way about that, especially if you want your son or your daughter to have self-confidence. But the key is to and I don't know how many parents do it. Maybe the parents didn't have nobody instill in them self-confidence and affirmations, or encouraging them. And if you see this video and you have a son or daughter, eventually going to go to college, it's great when they're younger and you instill it in them. You tell them that they're special, that they're unique, that they're brilliant, that you can do anything. You have a great mind and you're very talented. You're very gifted. I love you. I believe in you. It's very important to do that. And I know parents are doing that, but there are parents who are not doing that. And maybe you're concerned about your son and daughter, and you really observe them every day and you see them every day and you see their self-confidence is not where it needs to be. So so the best thing I believe to do is to just reassure them that they can do anything, that they're unique, that they're special, that they have talents, they have skills, they have abilities, and just to love them. And if you can get books for them with great motivational thinkers, thought thinkers, do that on with affirmations in there, building their self-confidence up. Certainly, the book of all books is the Bible. God tells his children, how special they are. His son and his daughter. There's great reassurance in there with the Word of God, but also great books and great thinkers, and things that we have at our fingertips on social media and YouTube, or motivational speakers instilling self-confidence in that young man, or that young woman, because when they're not prepared, and maybe it is new to them, and maybe they are excited when they're leaving home and going to college, but when they're out there, it's like it's a rude awakening when your self-confidence is not there, and it is the key to being successful at anything in your life, and striving to achieve your goals. And there are students who college students who drop out of school because maybe their their confidence is not there, or other things are going on in their life. So what I was saying yesterday is, a parent, a mother, or a father, just because your son or daughter is 18, they really never stop being a parent. It's a lifelong commitment and goal, as long as you're living on this earth, to look after your son or daughter, or call them and check on them and see if where they are, how they're feeling mentally for that day. And as the days and weeks and years go by, just to check on them, and and still always reassure them that there's greatness in you, and you're somebody, and you could do anything that you put your mind and hands to do, and you can sharpen your talents, sharpen your skills, sharpen your abilities, sharpen that gift that God gave you. And self-confidence is the key. And there are people who do experience highs and low confidence in a season. I certainly have. I wish I would have had someone there to tell me, or to instill that in me. My mom did the best she could, and a lot of adults do, but sometimes they don't have it where someone told them that they can do it, or be anything they wanted to put their whatever they want to be someday, or whatever career or goal they want to achieve, or have a business, and do the things that they would like to do. But definitely telling your son, telling your daughter, reinforcing affirmations of positivity, and believing in them. Even maybe they don't believe in themselves, but by you keep instilling self-confidence in them, and affirmations, and reassurance, and and love, and your son and daughter keeps hearing that every day. Or maybe you don't call them every day, maybe you call them once a week if they're in college, or twice a week, or 3 times a week, but just hearing your voice, a mother or a father, or maybe a uncle, or an older brother, maybe calling your sister or brother in college, or a grandfather, grandmother. And that's great and wonderful too. But it does start in the home. It starts in your community, because a lot of young adults haven't had self-confidence instilled in them, and they're really living and doing the best they can, and they get older, and they're dealing with life, and they're dealing with jobs, and they're doing the best they can, and they're thankful for a job, but something's missing from their life. They may be thankful to have a job, but they may not like the job. They may not like where they are in their life, and maybe they think they should have done better, and they think they're a failure. And so they need someone like you to for you to tell them as a mother and father that you can get another job and you can get a career, or you can work on pursuing a business or learning a trade, or if they want to be a motivational speaker, or whatever they want to do with their life, you know, that they can succeed in college and they can pass their courses and they can graduate with honors and just be very successful at what they want to do with their life. So yeah, self-confidence is the key for a young man, a young woman, and for generations, and all of a person's life. You can never get enough self-confidence, and and it's good to build yourself up. It's not being arrogant. It's not being just a proud person or prideful. You can have a great level of self-confidence without thinking you're better than people, but you need that self-assurance, that love for yourself, knowing that your mother loves you, your father loves you, your grandfather, your grandmother, if they're around, they're alive, or your uncle or aunt or a godmother, a godfather. You need that reassurance. Self-confidence is the key, and you'll see that in your life and a lot of people's lives, because a lot of people want to do things with their life, but there's a fear there, there's a uncertainty there, and what if I fail? But you might as well try, even if you fail. If you never work on anything or do the things that you want to do, you'll never try. So sometimes life is a test, and sometimes the goals and things we work on are really not what we want to do, but we can redirect our lives and say, okay, I would like to do this. I was in the wrong career or the wrong job. I was in the wrong field, and just believing in yourself and reaffirming to yourself that you can do it, and that you are intelligent, you have a brilliant mind, and you have skills to offer your job, or you have something to offer as a businessman and businesswoman to your customers and to a community, and you can do the things that you want to do with your life. So yeah, as a parent, telling your son and daughter, giving them affirmations and reinforcement, and tell them how great they are, how unique they are, that if you put your mind to it, you can do it. You just keep working hard, and you're so talented, you're so gifted. You have something that no one else has, that God put in you that they can't do, and no one else is like you. And just to reassure them of their greatness is so important. So yeah, I've talked about it yesterday about instilling self-confidence, shared a little with you with me growing up, and I had people in my life, as far as maybe school or when I was younger, that were there, or maybe in high school, in college. I didn't stay in college, but everything happens for a reason, and I really didn't really wasn't focused, and I really didn't like what I was at that time, because I believe where my confidence wasn't there the way it should be, and just trying to get to know who you are and fit in with people, and being confident in yourself. So everything happens for a reason. All of us have regrets, and I had to go through that so I can learn about myself, and and you have to move on. You have to forgive yourself, and I certainly can always go back to college. If you dropped out, you can. That's not the direction I want to do, go back to college. I believe that God has me to do the things that I would like to do, and pursuing my goals. And I'm thankful for the experience, even in my failures and my shortcomings, my letdowns letdowns. That's my past. I forgive myself and I move on, and I still have things to offer people. And as I have a YouTube channel, I try to encourage people and saying how self-confidence is the key for a young man, a young woman, and is going to take you far in life. Sure, you may have bouts with levels of your self-confidence being down. It's like a pro athlete going through whatever field they're doing, a professional athlete, and sometimes if they're not playing well, their self-confidence may be medium. Their self-confidence may be low until they start playing better as an athlete and start feeling better about themselves. But it's all adversity. It is all in the way you handle the things you're going through in life. And I'm sure there are a lot of self-confident athletes out there, professional athletes, but sometimes they go through those bouts where maybe they're not playing football as well, basketball as well as they want, or tennis as well, and maybe they have an injury and things are nagging them physically and things are bothering them mentally and emotionally. But that's what music is for, and affirmations are for, and motivational speakers are for, to encourage you that you can overcome whatever you're going through, and that you can succeed in your life at whatever you're doing. So yeah, self-confidence is the key for me to succeed, for you as a young woman and young man to succeed, for you as a man my age to succeed in his 50s. It's the key, and it's never too late. As long as you have your right mind and you're determined, you can change your life around and be what God called you to be and fulfill your purpose. It may take time, but you can do it. So I'm rooting for you, the young man and woman who's on their way to college, and maybe they have fears and anxieties, to say that you can do it, that you can overcome, that you are somebody, that you are unique, and what you're going for to do, no one can do it like you, as far as succeeding in your courses and getting that degree and having that great career job or that business. No one can perfect that that skill like you. I mean, they're all perfecting their skill and whatever they're doing in their gifts, but no one can do it like you. No one can be you and do what God put you on this earth to do, that you're somebody, and that you reassure yourself that you're somebody, and that you build your self-confidence up, and you don't you want the love and approval of people, but you don't want it to where if you don't be what they want you to be, they reject you, or they box you in. You want to be the person that God called you to be, and you want to be comfortable in your own skin and saying, this is who I am, and this is the way I go about things, and this is the way how I work on my business, and this is the way how I have succeeded in college, and I am talented, I am gifted, I have something to offer the world, because you're certainly needed wherever you are in life. We're all people doing service to our community, to people in college, and people on our jobs, and people who have a social media platform. You're a person of service to them, to help them along their journey in life. And I'm saying to the young people that you can do it. Don't give up. Maybe your confidence is not where it needs to be. Maybe it needs to be higher. Get affirmations with great authors and great thinkers. Read the word of God that says about how unique and fearfully and wonderfully made you are. Take time with your mother or father or someone who will reassure you and telling you that you can do anything, and that you can be the person God called you to be. And get that self-assurance in you, and so you're built up, and you're fortified in whatever trials you go through. As you read those affirmations, speaking them over and over again, they're going to talk back to you. You're going to hear those words over. It's like as you meditate on the word of God and verses, those words are going to come back to you in your trials and your adversities. In your good times, even more, strength, and you're going to gain strength from reading affirmations and thinking in a certain way and thinking the right way. Sure, we're going to go through trials. Sure, we're going to have our up and downs, but you want to be built up, and you want to have a strong foundation, and that starts with your mind, your spirit. Just building yourself up, and you can do it. And that's all I want to say. So I encourage the parents, whoever, the parents who have children, not children, a young man and lady, because it's for really younger men and ladies who are going to college, that you can do it. And I pray and I hope that the parents who see this video will, even if they haven't, start instilling self-confidence in them and reading books themselves to help motivate their son and daughter, and just to mentor them. You mentor their son and daughter so they can build them up in the days and weeks to come and the years to come, because as I said, you never stop being a parent. Your job is not over because your son or daughter is 18. You have a lifelong commitment as long as you're here to your son and daughter, and they will appreciate you and love you for it, and remember it even if you're not around, and that you say, my dad and my mom gave me such a self-assurance and a reassurance of myself of who I am, and I'm stronger because of this. I'm stronger because my mother and my father poured into me. They told me how great I was, even if there were things they had to correct me with, with a tough love. They also still encouraged me then, and they rewarded me and encouraged me even more, telling me who I am, where you're there as a parent to do the best you can and to help guide your son and daughter. And, even when things aren't always on perfect as a mother and father with their daughter and son, but that they're there, even if they don't agree all the time, disagree on things or have little problems, but still your job is to be the best parent you can. Always give them love, guidance, correction, and just be there for them and help them with their self-confidence. And it's a great thing, and I think a parent should do that, a mother and father. And if you're struggling with your confidence level as a parent, it's never too late. If you're in your 40s or 50s, you can work on building your self-confidence up to get it to where you want to get it at. And building your spirit up, building your mind up. We're all working on ourselves. We're a work in process, working on our minds and mentally, emotionally, because life is, can be challenging, and as for your own life and for your own family and for just the ones who you love. And that's my message. And just talking about self-confidence and having a heart for just preparing young people for the world, because it is a rude awakening when you go into the world and you're ready, but you're really not ready. That anxiety is there because your self-confidence is not there. So you feel that anxiety and that fear, even when you put on a brave face. So work on building your self-confidence up and learning how to be calm and relaxed and find peace with yourself, so you can be of building yourself up, and you can also help other people along their journey, and and build them up as a young lady and man. Whoever the people you're connected with, you're important, you're needed, and you're here for a purpose. And that's all I wanted to say as far as my message to parents, mother and father, and about their son and daughter. Blessings, everybody, and have a great evening.